Hello, welcome to my mother's house. This is great. I'm Rebecca. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update on how things are going with me because I know, in case you didn't know, I was recently hospitalized. I was at Oakwood Springs for depression, suicidal ideation. I want to make this video for a few reasons to really talk about mental illness because I recently started becoming very open about it on social media, and a lot of people have reached out to me, so I think that this is a good way to start and get it going because I think education and awareness is the first step of really getting stuff out there and making people understand, because there's still so many misconceptions and misunderstandings about mental illness. Secondly, I just wanted to thank a lot of people for reaching out to me, offering their support. I have a wonderful support system and I will never take that for granted. To start out with, all the people who sent me text messages, I had to write them down because there's so many. Danielle, my aunts, Darren Bridges, Haley Preston, Courtney Bergman, Carrie Carter, Kylie Ruiz, Allie Dodson, and Taylor Little. Thank you for all of the uplifting text messages. They really meant a lot to me. Facebook message-wise, Allison Zishay, Marsha Tigert, Summer Gardner, Andrew Fleet, Brady and Taylor, Dale Wallace. I appreciate those as well. And then even Instagram messages that I got from Miguel de los Santos, Scott Witcher, Christina from Hatch. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say your last name. Matt Christensen, Matt Ross, Macy Pryor, Kylie Goucher, and Carrie Ruth Trumbo. Thank you for telling me that you're proud of me, that I'm brave. It means so much to me, and please know that how much it really means to me and how much it really stuck with me. I'd also like to thank Broadway 10 and Hatch, my two jobs, for being so accommodating and so understanding of what I've been going through lately and letting me just kind of come back when I'm ready. Also, Oakwood Springs, the facility that I was at, it's a very nice facility. Definitely have to give a shout out to all of the PCAs, all of the nurses, and all of the patients. We really had a good support group there. We could really lean on each other. People that went really above and beyond for me, Beth Simpson, thank you for letting me vent to you. Alexia, my roommate, I love you. Thank you for getting me the help that I needed. Aziza for driving all the way up here to be there for my assessment. My mom for letting me live with her, for being at my assessment, for being there during visitor hours. And thank you also to my dad, my sister, my grandma for coming to see me during visitor hours. I don't take that for granted either, because one thing that I noticed being in that hospital, I was in the minority of people that had visitors. There's visitor hours every night from 7 to 8. There's about 25 people in the unit with me, and then there would be about 7 people at visiting hours. So the majority of people never had someone visit them, which I think is, I'm very blessed to have such a strong support group around me. Because about support groups also, that's really the only thing that has helped me through this. People being around me that love me and that make sure I'm waking up and eating and brushing my hair, stuff like that you really, it's easy to look past, but the little things like that mean so much. And also, there were so many patients there that would talk about so many people in their lives that would say things like, "Oh, you're so blessed. You shouldn't feel this way. You have so much to be thankful for. You have a roof over your head. Why are you depressed? I don't care. You're just looking for attention." Luckily, I've never had that in my life, but I know that is still a thing, which is why I think raising awareness is so important. So next, I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself and how I'm doing now. I'll try not to make it all about me because it's not. But this applies to everybody. Just because I'm out at the hospital doesn't mean I'm just like hunky-dory, good to go. I'm still recovering. I say I'm still in a healing process. Just because I'm out of the hospital doesn't mean I'm cured. Just because I'm out of the hospital doesn't mean I'm not gonna have any more bad days. Doesn't even mean I'm not gonna be suicidal again. I don't know. I still go to bed at night depressed. I still wake up in the morning depressed, and every single day is a battle, and I know that I'm gonna struggle with this my entire life. So that's why I think having A really strong support system is really, really important. The third thing I'd really like to just direct this to all of you out there who are struggling, going through a hard time with addiction, with any sort of chemical substance abuse, anything like that, depression, any sort of mental illness, the addicts, the misfits, you know, the people who are misunderstood and shamed for the illness that they cannot control. I promise to devote a lot of my time in my life specifically to helping you people. I think we need the bigger support group that we have, the better. The more people who are, if you just need someone who just wants, you just need someone to listen, someone to have a shoulder to cry on, someone to give, someone who needs advice, you know, anything like that. I promise I will be there for you. You can, if you know me personally, you can text me, you can Facebook message me. I want to be there for you. I know a lot of people say like, oh, I'm always here if you need me, but I really mean that. I will be here for you. I will be here just to talk you through. I will be here for whatever you need. And it's important to express to the people who you love what you need, because with family members, with support groups, a lot of them I've heard they don't know how to deal with it, so they just don't, which I think is really, for us, it's a very toxic situation to be in, because you end up feeling like no one cares, no one wants to talk about it, but really people just don't have the knowledge that it takes to take care of someone with a mental illness. So I think one thing we talked about during one of our group therapies was the 5 love languages. Mine is, you know, words of affirmation and quality time. So find out what your love language is. That's some advice that I have for sure. And then let people know. Say like, this is how I need to be helped. This is what I need right now. This is how you can help me. I think that's a really important thing to do. Also, I wanted to talk about education, getting more education for mental illness. Stop cutting funding on mental illness awareness and programs. I think that's literally the last thing that we need. I'd also, really the last thing I wanted to talk about, if I have, you know, any advice, the only time that I've ever started getting better, maybe getting out of my head a little bit, is when I started being open about it and being really, really honest about it. Because once you start doing that, then people will start treating you like you just have any other illness. And mental illness is still an illness, just like any other illness. And it is not something that can be cured. It's not something, it can get better, but it's not gonna go away. But that's okay. And we can heal together. We can, with support from our peers, from our family, talk to them, open up. And also, you know, everyone talks about like how to cope, do things that you enjoy, you know, get up and go for a run, go for a walk, and that's all fine and good if that works for you. But some people like you, I know that you don't have the energy to get out of bed. So do something that makes you laugh. That's one thing that I've really, really found important, is laugh. Watch Conan O'Brien videos. That's what I do. I like to know what celebrities are funny and what celebrities aren't funny. So I like to watch late night, you know, interviews and stuff like that. Just laughing is really, it's just such a great remedy, and sleeping is a good remedy as well, as long as you don't overdo it. But I think the last thing that I want to say is, for anyone who's really, really struggling out there, you know, I have to tell this to myself included, there's a reason why you're alive. There's a reason why you didn't commit suicide. So, I think everyone, even if you lost complete sight of who you are, what your passions are, there's a reason you're still here. And you have worth, you have value, and there are people out there that love you. You just need to let them know how they can help you. And, you know, I really want this to get out there for anyone that needs it. I'm here, I will always be here.
for you to help you through anything that you're going through. So reach out to me, reach out to the strong people, the supportive people, and get rid of all of the people that don't understand and don't want to understand. And really focus on the support group that's going to be there for you no matter what. So, you know, I really want this to get out there, so share this video, you know, reblog it or whatever, do whatever you want, but I think that it's a really important thing to say, and I think we still have a lot to work on. I still have a lot to work on, but it's getting better, and that gives me hope. So, thus concludes my video. Thank you for listening, and thank you for everyone who's helped me. And thank you for Madeline for filming this for me. Okay.